All right, all right. What's going on, everybody? God bless you on this beautiful Thursday morning as we give God the honor, the glory, and all the praise. Just a real talk video right here and coming straight from the heart. My title says, watch out for the serial rapist. Now, down here in Dallas, Texas right now, we got some man going around here raping women bad, y'all. He's on the loose. And this is the 8th woman he have got his hands on now. And if you're familiar with Dallas, Texas, and you come to the State Fair, Texas, that's the area I'm talking about. He's snatching women at gunpoint, raping them, you know. And I want to tell the women in this video, be very careful with this walking early in the morning and walking late at night. I know a lot of women like to walk real early. Some like to walk at night. And this man is targeting whoever walking that time of night or that time of morning. And he's real slick with what he's doing. He's getting away. Like I say, this is the 8th woman that have been raped. But I like to say divine punishment. Everlasting divine punishment. Eternal punishment. The wicked is going to be cut off. The wicked is going to be cut off. And I know it's not just Dallas, Texas. We got men walking around here raping women every day, kidnapping people and torturing people, all kind of crazy stuff. It's sad. It's sad what we living in, y'all. It's very sad. But you ever notice also a lot of time, wicked people will kill themselves. They'll commit suicide. So women, be very careful. And it's all over the news, y'all. It's all over the news. And if you have saw this on the news, then you know what I'm talking about. It's just folks out here with no heart at all. No good in them. They'll never repent. They pretty much have reprobated minds. So y'all be careful with what you're doing. And I gotta say this about the news. Y'all, now this is just me, how I feel, you know. And let me know if I'm wrong with this. But to me, the news give out entirely too much information. Now I'm not saying you don't let out information, you know, warnings, be careful. But when you start letting out information on what you're going to do, it kind of pissed me off this morning when I was looking at Channel 4. Because the news, all out in the open, started talking about how they got undercovers, what they planning to do to get this rapist. Don't you know this rapist, this man is probably sitting up looking at the news. Now he know what to look out for because they saying all out in the open what they gonna do. They setting up undercovers over here. Don't you know all he got to do is switch his location and start raping women in some other area? The news, to me, acts so dumb a lot of times. Why tell what you're going to do? Just be quiet about it and do it. That's just how I feel, y'all. And we know, let's just be real, a lot of time, we want to see justice right now, just like David did, just like Isaiah did, just like a lot of them in the Bible did. They wanted to see punishment on the wicked. But let me tell you something. When you got to deal with God on what you have done, wicked, not repenting, you got it worse than anybody. You got it worse than anybody. And I was just looking at the news yesterday. I'm going to just tie all this in together because it's a real talk. I thought about old boy, what's his name? Castro. A lot of people are happy now because Castro, what is his name? Ariel Castro hung himself in prison. Did y'all see that? He ain't even been in prison that long and already tied his bed sheet around his neck, hung himself. See, he wasn't going to last in prison no way. Trust me. It was easier for him to take his own life. And if y'all don't know who I'm talking about, Castro was that 52-year-old man. I think he was 52 or 53. A 52-year-old man who kidnapped the 3 girls. Y'all remember Michelle and Amanda and Gina. Got them when they was young. And we thank God for our brother Charles, man, being able to hear that cry. Thank God for you, brother. We can't even imagine what this sick fool did to these 3 girls. All these years. He was charged with 3 counts of rape and 4 counts of kidnapping. Child abduction. This man was sick in his head. Had these girls over the course of a decade. What if that was your daughter? What if that was your sister? That's a long time. See, he didn't want no man to wind up raping him. Ain't it somehow a cow would do all this stuff to somebody, but they know that if it could happen to them, they don't want to deal with that. So to me, yeah, it was easy for this man to take his own life. Got a lot of cowards out here. But what goes around comes around. They found him dead, hanging in this prison cell. See, now he got to answer to God. Not you, not me. But when I think about those girls and how messed up their life is, God Almighty, I think about how many more people have been done like this. We can't imagine being in that house. Oh God, this man tortured them. He chained them down to the walls. Look at the photos. He raped them whenever he wanted to. They couldn't fight back. Torturing them for years. I'm going to say something that a lot of Christians ain't going to agree with right here. I'm glad he did. But JT, that's a little harsh. No, I'm glad he did. Because if it could have went another way, what if all 3 of those girls would have been dead? See, it's a time for war. It's a time to make peace. This is what a lot of Christians don't understand. You better go back and read Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and read the whole chapter. It's a time and a season for everything under the heavens. I'm glad he did. And I mean that out of love. If some of these folks wouldn't be dead, look at how many people they would kill, they would murder. Now look at these women and what they got to deal with the rest of their life, their mind. Come on, y'all. Y'all, can your boy keep it real this morning? I'm glad he did. Lord knows it could have went another way. Thank God these young girls is still alive. Thank God. And if he would have just stayed in prison, look at some of the possibility things. Look at, let me say that right, y'all forgive me. Look at what could have also happened. He'd have still been getting his meals a day. Still would have had him a bed to lay in. Still would have been living. Now we also could say that he would have had it hard up in prison. But look at what he had already when they just put him in prison. His own room. They would check on him, every 30 minutes. He wasn't up under no suicide watch though. So, would them girls be wrong for saying, I'm glad he's dead? I don't really believe they would have had a lot of peace if they knew he was still breathing. Let me say something off the wall. If that was my little niece, I would have had a hard time trying to quote scriptures like, vengeance is mine, said the Lord. I would have had a hard time not trying to find out who took my niece and raped her. I don't have a daughter. But that could have been any of my family members, even y'all I'm close with on her. It wouldn't have been a lot of peace of mind for me, because I know me and where I'm from and what we still capable of doing if we was to be our old selves. It would have been a hard time for me. I would have needed my YouTube family and the world to pray for me. I ain't gonna say the world, I don't want everybody praying for me, but I would have needed y'all to pray for me hard. This type of man right here, I would have loved to have him one-on-one. Type of man like that, I would want to beat to death with my bare hands. Taking these women, taking their precious little body. Some of y'all don't like this. Well, you ain't no child of God talking like that. I'm going to let you believe what you want to believe. See, I'm a child of God that keep it real. I believe in the Word. I believe in that Bible. I also believe in defending myself. I also believe in that handgun, Smith & Wesson. I believe in Ruger. I believe that justice needs to be served, even though we don't see justice. So, once again, I'm glad he did. Because he probably would have killed somebody else. Or if it's not him, it'll be somebody else doing the same thing he's done. Just like this man on the loose right now. What if the next woman he get to, he kill him? I'm praying they catch this man over here raping these women. See, the thing is, people going to run up on the wrong person one day. You can't keep getting away with your wickedness. I don't know why I'm thinking about these young girls so hard this morning. When I saw the news, I didn't feel nothing. When they say he harmed himself, I was like, good. I know that might be wrong to say, but hell, that's the way I feel. I'm not coming out of the King James this morning, y'all. I'm coming right here. Coming real. So many women being raped right there. These young women, it's hard for them to recover from what they have went through. And then he turned around and had a child with one of them. Golly. I think that was Amanda that he had the baby by. This man repeatedly raping these girls, starving them. You can't escape God's punishment. And then he impregnated Michelle at least 5 times. Then starved her and kept repeatedly just punching her in her stomach to force miscarriages during each pregnancy. This man is sick. He pretty much had to hang himself, didn't he? Now I want to ask y'all a question before I close. Do you think God gonna save that man or not? God bless you. God keep you. Peace.